Hello and welcome everyone to another Daily 8 on another Thursday. Phil Penarski here on the News 8 Live Desk, ready to bring you the top 8 stories of the day. And we begin today, as we do, with our top story. And this time we are talking about the port worker strike that is currently going on. It's taking place all along the eastern and Gulf ports of the United States, and many economists say that this strike is going to cost the American economy roughly $5 billion a day. The workers' union is asking for a $5 per hour increase for its 45,000 dock workers on its next 6-year contract. We spoke to several local experts on the matter on how this will actually impact us here in West Michigan, as well as others across the rest of the country if this strike continues past 2 weeks. Perishable foods like fruits and vegetables could be impacted, and after that, pharmaceuticals and drug prescriptions could also become scarce as well. Leaders in Kalamazoo County made the first step in combating homelessness this week. During the county commission meeting on Tuesday, it was unanimously approved that the county would purchase the Holiday Inn and Suites on Court Street and turn it into a shelter for families experiencing homelessness. A total of $5.2 million was acquired to make the purchase and renovate the space. Officials hope that this project will house around 60 families and be completed by mid-2025. Some really fascinating and important news coming out of the University of Michigan, as researchers say that their trial run of a new piece of cancer-fighting technology exceeded their expectations. They referred to it as a tumor destroyer, and what it does is basically focus ultrasounds to break down tumors inside somebody's body without the need for surgery. The tool has been worked on for about 2 decades now and received FDA approval last year to treat liver cancer. More tests will need to be done, of course, before it is put into the mainstream, and researchers say that this really is just the surface of the technology's potential. And we couldn't have this Daily 8 without acknowledging the fact that the Detroit Tigers are ALDS bound. How about that game yesterday? I know I was sweating all throughout it. Just an incredible run this team is having at the end of the year as they swept the Houston Astros yesterday in the wild card series, ending the Houston streak of 7 consecutive ALCS runs. The Tigers do get a bit of a break now as they get set to take on the Cleveland Guardians in the next round. Tigers know the Guardians pretty well as they've met 13 times already this season, and the series was pretty even split. It's in a 6-7 favor of Cleveland, but all those games seem to be pretty close. Game 1 of that series is set for Saturday at 1 p.m. with a chance to head to the ALCS. And a West Michigan company is donating equipment that was used during the Iraq War to the Smithsonian. Consolidated Resource Imaging here in the Grand Rapids area says that its counterterrorism work is being recognized by the Washington, D.C. Museum. The pieces were sent this past weekend and includes lots of photos from that time period. We have a bit of a behind-the-scenes look at some of the equipment and some of the things that were sent over, which you can find right now over on our website, woodtv.com. A new bar is set to open up later this month that hopes to give Grand Rapids a taste of Nashville. Rapid River Stillhouse will be located on Stocking Avenue Northwest and is part of the Rapid River Beverage Company. This new bar will include 3 different stories and a rooftop deck, giving it that Broadway Street vibe. A brand new food menu, whiskey tastings, and more will also be part of the bar as well. It has an opening date slated for October 18th. Now let's get you a look at the weather out there. Here is now Storm Teammate meteorologist Matt Kirkwood with your forecast.
Okay, spectacular fall weather, even with a cold front coming into West Michigan today. You can see it, kind of a bisecting area out there, and overall just a few high-level clouds, lots of sunshine. Actually, the warmest day in the 8-day forecast. By the way, last year in the state we hit 86 degrees. We're not going to do that this year, but still temperatures above average with that sunshine and wind out of the south and west. Weekend forecast looks really nice, and you'll be able to see that small chance of showers out there. It looks like Friday morning and also on Sunday morning. So this is what we're tracking. Overall, a stray shower again Friday and Sunday morning. The percentage is still less than 50%, and we certainly could use it. Most areas are running about 1 to as much as 3 inches below average, and mostly dry pattern in the next week. But next week, it looks like a cooler pattern, though, with highs generally in the 60s, so closer to average. Morning lows, well, I think in rural areas, very well could see the first frost of the season.
All right, thanks, Matt. And we are going to be sticking with that weather theme now as we have Our last story of the day in the latest Ask Ellen segment, Chief Meteorologist Ellen Baca answers the question, do cumulus clouds really weigh 1 million pounds? Well, it depends on the size of the cloud and how much water it actually holds. Now, Ellen does a much better job of explaining it than I ever could, and you can find her whole explanation right now simply by heading on over to our website, woodtv.com, and checking out the Ask Ellen section. And starting today at 3 p.m., that is where you can also find over on our website Nexstar Media's digital telethon to help those impacted by Hurricane Helene. Our parent company has teamed up with the Red Cross to host this donation drive. We also have pages up on our website right now if you want to go ahead and start helping out those victims of the storm. Again, all of that can be found right now over on woodtv.com. And that is going to do it for us today on the Daily 8. We will be back again tomorrow with 8 more stories that you need to know for your Friday as we get set for the weekend. We'll also be taking, of course, a look at your weekend planner. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.